Yes? Oh, dear God. Leo, don't move. Just a minute. Ted! Leo, we'll be right over. Don't move. All right. Ted, come on. Your father's fallen at home. We'll have to call an ambulance.
Honey? It's his hip. We don't know for sure what he did, but I got a feeling it's going to be pretty bad. I knew we shouldn't have let him live alone, Linda. It's my fault. I should never have done that.
Please don't say that. He wouldn't have left that house regardless of what you would have said to him. You know how he feels about it.
He's really done it this time, Linda. He's really done it.
I'm so sorry.
Mr. Wellman, let me show you this film. As you can see, he has broken his hip. It's serious, but he's doing well. He's stable. Chances are he's going to need to undergo surgery. It's not without risks, but I think it's his best shot to getting back on his feet again. What are his living arrangements now?
Well, since my mother died about 5 years ago, he's been living alone. We'd like to see him someplace else where he's not so completely isolated, but he won't leave that house. He won't go.
He will require a couple of weeks in the hospital, and after that, there'll still be an extended convalescence, maybe 6 weeks or longer. And that means, as far as his living arrangements are concerned, you'll probably have to find some way to give him a place in a temporary nursing home or some sort of a care facility.
I don't know if he'd take that, Doctor.
It's going to have to be done, though. I can help talk to him. There are social workers here who can help talk to him and find a place. But in the end, it's going to have to come from you. You're going to have to take the responsibility to help convince him and explain to him why this is important. It's going to have to come from you.
May I see my father now, Doctor?
Oh, yeah. Come on, let's go back here.
Dad? Hi.
When are they letting me out of this place?
Dad, you broke your hip?
I've never been sick a day in my life. And I don't expect to start now. Sit down. Sit down. You make me nervous standing up.
How you feel?
What'd you expect after they've manhandled me for 2 hours?
Dad, I've been talking to Dr. Baker. She's thinking about doing surgery. She says if she does, there's a much better chance for a better man
for you to get more use out of the hip. If there's a risk because of your diabetes.
I don't want to stay flat on my back the rest of my life. We'll do what we have to do.
I thought that's how you'd feel. You're probably going to have to be here 2 weeks anyway.
Well, you'll have to feed the dogs while I'm away. And get me some clothes, too.
I'll take care of everything. Oh,
I want to sleep now.
okay.
How's it going?
What a day.
Ted, I've been thinking. Maybe Dr. Baker's right. You and your father have been putting off the decision. Now Leo's going to have somebody looking after him all the time. We've got to do something. We have to face it.
Why couldn't he live here with us? Why wouldn't that work out?
Ted, be serious. Leo's going to have full-time care. That's what Dr. Baker said. You want me to give up my job to look after him?
No, of course not. But he's my father, Linda. I owe him everything. We both do. He put me in the business. He helped us with the house. Just don't want to let him down right now when he needs us most.
Well, then maybe you want to give up your job to look after him. I'm sorry, honey. I know you want to do something for your father. So do I. But how can we have him here? We're just not capable of giving him the care he needs. We're not equipped for the physical therapy. He's going to be totally bedridden. It just isn't practical.
Maybe we should get somebody to come in here and help us with him. Maybe that's the answer.
You mean nurses around the clock? How could we manage that? Do you know what you're asking me? Look, Ted, I didn't marry Leo. I married you. Do you remember how difficult he was when we tried to get him to retire? Well, he's gotten much worse since then. I don't think you realize the strain we both would be under.
Linda, I know my father's not easy to live with, but I'm not going to abandon him. I'm not going to walk away from him in this.
I'm not asking you to abandon him. I'm just agreeing with Dr. Baker when she said he might be better off at a nursing home.
Nursing home? That isn't going to happen. I promised my father I'd never put him in one of those, and I won't. You know what kind of places they are. I don't think you're being very sympathetic.
And you're not being very realistic. Where are you going?
To Dad's place to get some of his things. I promised him I would. It's the least I can do. My whole life is here. It's like I never left. Look at this room. He really hasn't been taking care of himself, has he? all my memories. Like pieces of a puzzle.
Hello? Manor Nursing Home? Yes, I'm trying to get some information and hope you can help me. I was wondering if you could tell me something about your rates. Did you say $50 a day? Does that include physical therapy? No. No, thank you. I don't want to talk to the administrator. Is there any possibility you might be able to do anything out there, Vinny?
Hey, be reasonable now. You know, I got 3 kids here. There's no room for him. Small house.
Linda and I both got jobs.
Come on, you know you were always the favorite. Dad and I never got along.
But I was just hoping maybe that you all might be able to help us out a little bit with it.
Look, hey, as soon as the check comes in, I'll be glad to help you out. Anything I can do, just let me know.
Sure, Vinny.
Okay, hey, have Dad call me when he gets better, okay?
I will. Goodbye, Vinny.
What did he say? Is he going to help?
No help. That's what he said. Nothing.
I don't believe it.
Looks like I'm elected, Linda. He's putting it all on me. We'll have to get some help. Some advice. Talk to somebody.
What about the social worker at the hospital? Remember Dr. Baker mentioned one?
Yeah.
Well, how can I help you this morning?
Well, it's like I said on the phone last night. This whole situation with my father has really got me frustrated. I feel like I'm in a box. Every door I try is closed. Just doesn't seem to be any way out of this thing at all.
A couple of things you have to keep in mind. One, there are a lot of facts about discharge planning, about what you're going to do after the hospital. We can deal with those facts, you know, the concrete choices of what you do. But you have to also be aware that what's creating the problem right now for you is the mix-up of emotion. You know, there's a lot of feelings that are going on right now that you've never experienced before.
I know.
For the first time, maybe, you have to do something with your dad that you never thought you'd have to do. You have to take the lead. Up till now, he's been either self-sufficient or he's been the leader in the family. But now, for the first time, you have to stand up and say that you have to reverse roles with him and tell him this is something he's going to have to do. There's no easy answer. In fact, there's really no good answer. So what sometimes we end up with is the least worst solution to the problem. Well, you would like to take him home, but he really cannot make it at home right now. He's going to have more care. If you want my opinion, the best right now is a good skilled nursing home.
He's very, very strong-minded man, Mr. Wentz.
But you've never had to stand up to your dad, have you?
No.
Mr. Wellman, you wouldn't be alone in that. How many sons do you think have ever had to reverse that role with their dad? And especially an independent man like your dad. You know, it's very, very difficult to do that. I mean, you're probably going to have a big argument with him if you haven't already had one. You know, he's probably going to say a lot of things to you that make you feel just about that tall. But you've got to reach back and find that strength to say, look, I have to do it because it's for his own good. He doesn't see that. He can't see it now. But later on, you know, he's going to benefit from it. So that's why you have to exert yourself now so that he can get the benefit. And I think that's one of the things that I have to help you with, is help you make a decision that you can live with.
Is this
Some of the
kind
residents.
kind of room my father would have, like these rooms here?
And the more you get involved in searching out this nursing home and talking with the people there, talk to the other patients, talk to the staff, the more you get involved, the more you can deal with your own feelings about this because you've done the best for him.
Bathroom adjoins 2 rooms, so 4 persons share.
And then when you look at these nursing homes, you know, all these feelings are going to flood back in on you again because you're going to see sights there that you're not going to be, if you don't go there all the time, you're not going to be familiar with. You're going to see things there that are going to make you want to leave. But you need to look at the nursing home.
News update class.
You mentioned something about rehabilitation activities, leather work, crafts.
In the craft shop, yes. I'd be happy to show you the craft shop. You'd be interested in
Yes, I
seeing.
would. I would
Okay,
like
let's take
to
a
see
tour.
what
Hi, Dad. How are you?
Well, so you'll be getting out of here pretty soon, it looks like, then.
Well, can't be too soon to suit me.
Dad, I've been talking to the social worker here at the hospital about your release.
Yeah?
We're gonna have to find a place for you to go right after you get out of here. Dr. Baker wants you to have some special care, physical therapy, kind of thing we couldn't give you at home. I don't know how to tell you this exactly. I guess just come out with it, but you're not gonna be able to go back to your house when you go out of here. We're looking for another place for you where you can get some care when you get out.
What do you mean by that?
A health care facility, Dad.
You mean a nursing home.
Dad, this isn't easy for me to tell you this.
A nursing home is where people go to die.
Oh, Leo, it's not like that.
We just want a place where you get the best possible kind of care.
Well, then I'll move in with you and Ted. You'd take care of me, wouldn't you?
I don't know if we can manage that.
You mean you wouldn't take me into your home to live with you after all I've done for you?
I'm not trained to take care of you, Dad. Neither is Linda. We don't have the skill. We both work.
You're not being fair to Ted and me.
Fair?
Well, neither of us can give up our jobs to look after you. We're not medically trained to give you the proper care you need. And Medicare won't pay for nurses around the clock. I'm sorry, it's just not possible to have you with us.
Possible. It was possible for me to raise 2 sons. It was possible for me to take you into the business. I was able to look after my parents. You want me to end up my days living with people whose children have abandoned them?
It's not like that at all. This isn't forever. It's just for right now, while you get the care that you need.
I wouldn't be any trouble to you and Linda. I'd do the dishes. I'd clean up. We'll see. It'd all work out.
Dad, it won't work out. Linda and I can't give you the kind of care, the help that you need. We don't want you to go to a nursing home. But a nursing home is the only place that you can get that kind of care right now. Now, we've looked at 3 or 4 places that we think you would find acceptable. I want you to be involved. I want you to look at these brochures. And then let's the 3 of us get together and make a choice.
This is the one thing I asked you never to do to me. It's your decision, not mine.
No, I'm down here at the hospital. You know, I don't think this thing's gonna work with Dad.
Yeah, it didn't. Well, I tell you what, I'm just about to leave the office now, but why don't I run across the street to the hospital and talk to him, all right? See how that goes. Let me talk to him. Mr. Wellman, I understand that you've talked to your son somewhat about this, what we're going to do after the hospital.
I want to go home.
I understand. You live by yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do.
If you went home, who'd be there to take care of you? You're not independent yet in walking by a long shot.
Yes, but I don't want to go to a nursing home. I'm afraid if I ever do, I'll never get out of the place.
You know, a lot of people have that same feeling. But that's not the type your son and I are talking about.
My son made up his mind. I don't know what choice I have.
Well, Mr. Wellman, you really don't have much choice except your attitude and how you work with the physical therapy when you get to the nursing home. That's the choice you have.
Miss, we're the Wellmans. I'm Linda Wellman.
How do you do?
My father-in-law, Leo Wellman.
Mr. Wellman, welcome to Westminster Terrace.
I'm Miss Marshall, one of your nurses. We're very happy to have you here at Westminster Terrace. May I show you to your room? Mr. Wellman?
Yes.
How do you do? Won't you come this way?
Mr. Wellman, we have a lot of activities going on here. There's something almost every day. It's posted on a calendar.
Look at all this.
Today
Happy
is our monthly
birthday.
birthday party. Can you see? It's something different almost every day.
What do they think they're doing? Treating me like a child. Can't they see what's happening?
Would you like to go in?
With all their games and songs, they're shut in here.
All right, let's go back to his room. Perhaps later you'll enjoy this. This is a busy day. Let's just go back to your room. I think you might enjoy some of the activity when you are settled in
And
feel
that
better.
smiling nurse telling them how lucky they are.
These are rooms with other patients. This handrail is for you to use when you're able to walk to help you be steady.
But
Linen
what
room.
else
This is
can
our
I
main
do?
bathroom.
Where
You've
else
got
can
a
I
shower.
go?
This is your room.
What
to the
other
left.
choice is there for me?
If you'll excuse me, I'll just move on ahead. I believe you'll enjoy this room. It's a nice corner room. And if you would look to your right, we have a patio out back, and we also have a bird feeder for wintertime.
It's going to be all right.
And would you look at this, Mr. Wellman? Your son has brought some of your favorite family pictures, and also your chair.
I brought Mother's Afghan, too.
You'll never make me think this is home.
We know it isn't your home, but we'll look out for you here.
I don't want anybody to look out for me. I want to be left alone. What's that for?
It's a double room, Dad. You've got a roommate. We know, we remember. We talked about it.
You'll like Arthur a lot. He's been here quite some time, and you know, it'll be good to have someone to talk to. I'll go and find him for you.
Listen, Dad. I want you to give this place a fair chance. It's the best in town, believe me. Linda and I know. We looked at them all. Are you all right, Dad? Are you all right? Are you okay?
Hello, everybody. I heard you were here, Leo. I thought I'd better come down and give you a look at the guy you're going to have to hang out with. Hello, Leo. I'm Martha Comfort. They've been telling me a lot about you.
They didn't tell me anything about you.
So, life is full of surprises.
Dad, you're gonna have to share.
We talked about this.
I'm too old to change. I've lived alone for 5 years. There's no privacy. There's only a curtain between us.
Well, if it's the curtain that bothers you, we can push it back. You know, it's amazing how easily we all adapt. You'll get used to it. You'll even get used to me.
Take you to the bathroom?
I've been going to the bathroom by myself for 70 years.
Can I get you anything, bedpan or anything?
I don't want anything that you can get me. Just leave me alone.